Here now, exclusively tonight on The Story, Austin Police Chief Brian Manley. Chief, good to see you. These have all been dropped off at night or overnight, you think, and then around 6:45, 7 a.m., the people had opened their doors and picked these up, correct?
Yes, and the first two, what we had was the victims came out on their porch in the early morning hour and found the packages on their porch. And when they picked them up, or in the second incident, when they brought it inside and opened it up, both of those packages detonated. The one that happened this afternoon was in a little bit of a later hour, but under the same circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, we pointed out you were out there telling people what to be cautious of. You know, your heart must have just sunk when they said to you, Chief, we got another one. There's a 17-year-old boy who just died. One exploded in his hands.
Yes, I can't explain to you what that feeling is like, because we're trying to get the message out as quickly as possible, letting people know that based on what we had happen on March 2nd, which we thought at that time was an isolated incident, and then what we had happen this morning, we realized the importance of getting a message out and getting it out quickly. And in the process of getting that message out, to hear that we in fact did have a third incident occur was very troubling, given that we've now lost two lives to this.
It's horrible. You've talked about video surveillance. Have you been able to find on the video surveillance any person walking up to any of those steps? Have you got an ID or a look at anybody yet?
Not yet, but as you can imagine, with this having begun this morning and then with the second incident shortly thereafter, we are in the process of painstakingly doing post-blast analysis, picking up all the various pieces of evidence that are strewn throughout both scenes, and included in that will be a canvass of the neighborhoods for anyone who may have witnessed something or any surveillance cameras that may exist in either of these neighborhoods, so that we can hopefully get something to start working with.
I mean, somewhere in your area, obviously, you've got somebody who's building bombs and putting them in packages. And this person is out there. Do you know or have any sense of whether or not it's one person or a group of people, and how sophisticated are these explosive devices?
So whether it's one individual or multiple, we don't know at this time. And as far as sophistication, it takes a certain level of skill to be able to build a device like this and then deploy it to your intended target without having it explode in the process. We're seeing how easily they explode once the victims are handling them. So there is a certain level of skill that is going along with what this individual or individuals are doing.
But can you tell us anything about the technique or the kind of explosive it is? What is in these boxes from what you've seen so far?
So there's a lot of analysis being done by the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives Division, along with the FBI. As far as the types of explosives that are being used, that is still being analyzed. But what we're doing, and the message we want to get out, is don't limit yourself to thinking that it's only if an unexpected cardboard box shows up. If you go out on your porch and you see something that does not belong to you, a package or other item, that just give us a call, because we want to come out and we want to take a look at it to ensure that there's nothing suspicious or nothing that we need to do as a department to make that safe, so that we don't lose another life or have another life significantly impacted by this.
What about these individuals? Two dead, a 39-year-old man, a 17-year-old boy today, and then the 40-year-old woman and a 75-year-old woman, Hispanic woman, who are in critical condition tonight. Is there any connection that you can see between these individuals?
You know, first I want to say my heart goes out to these families. This is just an unexplainable tragedy at this point. And that's exactly what we're looking at now. What can we piece together about these three individuals to determine if there's something that connects them? Right now, we have not yet identified any ideology that may be behind this, or any specific link between these victims. And so that's really at the core of what we're working on right now, trying to piece it together on top of the evidence collection and all of the analysis that will be done on that.
Let me ask you this, Chief. In terms of what was on the package, is there handwriting on the package that has their address? Were these packages addressed to someone in the home that lived there? Did it have their name on it?
So we are keeping some of these details private right now for the integrity of the investigation, as this would be information that really is only known to the suspect or suspects in this incident. And again, that's why we're highlighting to the community here that if you see something that looks suspicious or out of place, or if you had a package delivered that you weren't expecting, just give us a call and let us come and clear it first.
And, you know, so now this person, whoever's doing this, or this group of people, obviously they know that you guys are on to what's going on, and I imagine you're going to be, are you upping your patrol, your presence on the streets all around Austin tonight? What's your plan?
So we are obviously having our patrol officers be vigilant in the neighborhoods. They, in addition to all the neighbors that we're asking to look out for anything suspicious, our officers will be looking as well for something that looks out of place or looks suspicious. But there is a level of attention and a level of involvement by our federal partners here in Austin that we've not seen before. The number of ATF and FBI agents that have come into Austin to assist us with this investigation. The governor himself has put a $15,000 reward out there for any information leading to a closure of this case. And then we've also had assistance given to us from many of our local partners as well. We are all working together so that we can clear this as quickly as possible before we lose any more life or have any more life seriously impacted.
It's really terrifying. Thank you so much. Good to have you here tonight, Chief Manley, and we'll be watching your story. We hope you'll keep us posted. We got to find this guy. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Martha. I appreciate it.